Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Marwell Manor Farm. And yeah, we have emptied this shed. So if you remember last time, it was day 4 of winter. I have emptied the shed of bales. And if we head over this way, you can see over here, we now have a nice big pile of bales all stacked up here. So this is going to be doing us quite nicely for a while. That should do us. And over here we now have this tractor freed up. So yeah, we've been moving things about. We've got the lime pallets in here because this is going to be where we store all of our seed pallets for the season. But first, today we're going to be doing something else. I believe if we head down this way, so we'll just have a quick speed run down this way, that this should also be ready for us to sell. We're still fermenting. We've got 87%. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the time to 15 times, which is going to be quite useful for us. So let's do that. Head back over to our tractor over here. And we want to get a couple of pieces of kit. So we're going to have to borrow a little bit of money, which we should be able to do. Because, of course, we currently only owe 30,000. And we're going to rent a couple of pieces of kit in order to do this next job. So the 2 pieces of kit we need over here are basically the belt systems. We are going to borrow one of these, which is 255, which actually we can lease now. So we'll lease that now. And this one, which is 1,900. So we are going to have to borrow a little bit of money for this. So let's borrow 5,000. So 35,000 is all we have to pay back. And we should be able to do that after this. So, back into here, back to our conveyors. Where have they gone? There we go. Belt systems. We want the quantum and we want to lease that as well. So, we have so in fact, we have 4,600. So, that's pretty good. What we'll do for speed, we will reset this to here and reset this as well. There we go. And now we'll get these 2 back over to our silage clamp, which will be yeah. So we're gonna load up this. We already own the BGA, amazingly, and I didn't realise this. We own the BGA. We must own it from the start on here, which is quite amazing. I'm really pleased with that. We want to switch over to the back. There we go. And do that. So we'll head down here and disconnect this. Like so. And how are we doing on this at the moment? 88%. So we might have to speed up the time a little bit more, to be honest. But we won't worry about that until we got this into position. We want to try and only borrow these for one day. We've got 600,000 litres of silage in our clamp. So that means that we're basically going to be in a position where with 45,000 it's going to take, well, if we sell half, half should give us around about 100,000 in the bank. This is the trouble. I don't know how much to sell because we need to know for keeping the cows. Having said that, the cost of keeping these conveyor belts around is not high. So we could keep these around. We could sell silage on a regular basis and still make quite a lot of money. So that will be good. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to have these belts around until we've sorted it out. We are in the wrong piece of kit. There we go. So really, it's a case of, yes, we want to get this all set up and all sorted to earn the most money we can. to basically fund ourselves going forwards. So we'll push this down. There we go. And it may be that, yeah, we sell all of this to fund the purchase of the cows and get ourselves moving forward otherwise from that. So I'm going to up the time now. We'll take this up to 30. And just head over here and we will wait for a minute until this is ready. And there we go. It is 100%. It's now 20 to 3 in the afternoon. But that's all right. So let's open up our silage clamp. Jump into this. Start that and fold it. And then we should be able to get this into here. And if we put it in the middle, it might just work. There we go. So that is in the middle of our silage clamp. We'll grab our other one now and start that up. And move that as well. I'm going to take that off. And it's slightly strange, this not having any sound. But, yeah, that is just the way it works. And then we'll bring this round. And there we go. And we should be able to hook that up. Perfect. Right, bring this up. And I'm actually tempted to see if I can push. I can push that into the silage. Perfect. So we should be able, with that right up at its full whack, to head over here, jump in our tractor, and we're going to be using this. We're going to be using this trailer. So we'll jump in this tractor and load it up. I'm really, really hoping we're going to earn quite a bit of cash today doing this. It would be absolutely incredible to be able to fund almost our entire second year on here from this. And I still don't know at the moment how far into our second year we're going to get. It kind of depends on when Sandy Bay drops, to be honest. So I think we've got a while on here yet. I think we're good here for a bit yet. And I am loving doing this series on here. To be able to have achieved what we've achieved in the first year on here has been really, really awesome. Really cool. You have to come out because we're getting caught on a tyre. And this is just the simplest way for us to do this. So under there. Right, let's see if we can get this to work. There we go. It is loading it up. And in it goes. So this will now load up. We should end up with a good amount of silage from this. And, well, we're going to get 45,000 litres. So let's get this filled up. And then we can go from there. So this is taking quite a while to load. So I've had an idea. I think what we should do is we're going to pull forwards. And we're going to drop this off. So let's unfold this. And this is where the IT runner really comes into its own. Because what we can do is we can set that doing that like that. Disconnect it. I might need to jump out. Nope, we're going to have to go down here and disconnect it maybe. That's interesting. Oh no, hang on. We need to flip over to the back, disconnect that, and then head back over this way, because while that is loading, what I'm going to do is get hold of another piece of kit. And we can borrow this to do this job as well. So under trailers, we currently have available to us this. So this is a Bergman. This will take everything in the same way as our grain container will. and works quite well. And if we look at the details, this has an initial lease cost of 1,400 and is fairly low. So what we're going to do is we're going to lease this. And that way, while we're tipping, we can be refilling. So up here at the shop is that. Reset it to our farm. And then we can just switch it round when we're looking to do, when we're looking to pull the trailers out. Oh, not quite in the right place. So let's get a bit closer. Like so. Right, there we go. And fold it up. And if we reverse in, that should stop the IT runner from going all over the place. There we are. So yeah, this now will hold 48,000 litres. So it holds slightly more than our grain container does. But should work just as well for this job. So our grain container is full. So what I'm going to do is back this up. And while we have a little bit of mucking about to get this in place, although we might not, I'm going to see if I can maneuver this right. It's a pity this header trailer has moved again, because that is ever so slightly annoying. But maybe, if we're lucky, we can get this into a position where we can get this filling. But I doubt it, actually, looking at this. Oh no, we can back that up a bit and maybe put that in the right place. I am going to have to move this header trailer because that header trailer is just massively in the way. Watch as VF fails to reverse a trailer. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm going to back this off. So we'll move that there. I'm then going to back this off. And into our silage a bit more. There we go. We're then able to put the other trailer underneath. Like this. And this system should prove quite good for us. There we go. Right, let's load up the grain trailer while that is filling. And we can head down to the BGA and get this first load tipped. So connect that up, bring this up. And pull that forward as we're heading off. Down it comes. And away. Whoa. Wow, I'm so pleased we didn't put the other tractor on this. Yeah, and away we go, off to the BGA. So the BGA is down here on the left, down at Greendale Stores, and I think we basically pop down here and yeah, should be able to find the sell point, which is just there. So we'll back up to it, and by the time we get back down to our farm, I think we will probably have another full trailer worth to transport up to here. Now, will this let me tip this? Yes. Yes, it's going in. So, this will hold 50,000 litres. So the hope is that each time we come and tip, we can tip our full trailer's worth into here. There we go. And once we've done that, we can just take this back, switch over containers, and by the time we get back here, because we're running at 5 times, hopefully it will be empty and we'll be able to tip the next one. If we can't, what we have to do is we'll have to put it up to 15 times. Which won't be great for us, but yeah, probably means we'll be doing it into the darkness. None of this setup, though, none of what we've hired today is overly expensive. So we're going to make far more money from selling this than we are going to lose in our rental costs, which is exactly how we want it to be. We want it to be as cost effective as possible. If we can do it all today, if we can make all of our money today, that would be grand. Yeah, I think we're going to have to sell. Well, I think we're going to have to keep like about 100,000 litres back for our own purposes. If we do that, I think we're probably going to make somewhere in the region of 160 to 180,000 selling this today, which would be just absolutely perfect. Okay, back down to the farm. And I don't think it's going to be... Oh, no, it's going to be just an easier switch over this time. Because all we do is we put this back where it was before and extend out our conveyor. Because our conveyor currently is not extended at all. So, push this back. And we do have another full trailer waiting for us. So we just get this to roughly the right place. Unfold. Like so. Switch over to it and disconnect. Bring the other one. Connect up the other one. Like that. Perfect. We'll extend out this now. There we go. And then we can just pull this one in. And we want to move. Oh, we want to move forward. That way it won't catch it. And that is a smooth switch over with another 48,000 litres of silage. And hopefully, as I said, we're going to head back down to the BGA now. We will see if the BGA has emptied enough for us to tip this next load in. But this is going to be a really quick 93,000 litres into the BGA. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, back down to Greendale Stores and the BGA. And yeah, let's see how much has gone through. And it is... ooh, just under half of it has gone through. So we do need to speed up the time a bit. If it's just under half, what we can probably get away with is doing it at 10 times. So let's bump up to 15 times, just so that that drops a bit quicker. We will start tipping, because of course we want this to tip and start going in. Beauty of this trailer, of course, as you can see here as well, is that it doesn't tip up, so we can just back up and tip. And that has, yeah, 22,000 litres left. So we need to sort of wait for this to empty. So we'll wait for that to go down. And then we will head back to the farm once we've tipped the rest of this. Okay, so it's dropped to 40,000. We're tipping the last sort of 9,800. So we've been tipping it in little bits. We're good. So what I'm going to do, I think, is the best way for us to do this is to run the time at 5 times most of the time. Get ourselves back and forth to the farm. Bump it up to clear it down. Although actually we might run it as 15 times. I just kind of want to make sure we're as clear as possible when we get back. We can then bump it up a bit and then clear it, and then we're out again. But it's it's trying to not to waste time because we are, well, we're in late winter. As you can see, the sun is already setting. I would like to get 300,000. I'd like to get half of our silage in today. That is another 4 trips, is the trouble. So yeah, we're going to be running a bit quicker and probably running into the dark for the end of this, I think. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how this runs. And I will see you back at the farm for our next switchover. Right, back down to the yard. And so, yeah, we're going to do the same thing as we did last time. So, reverse this up. Put it into a position where it will unload, or it can be unloaded into. Switch over to it and then not hit the wall. And we can pick up our other one. There we go, and get that pulled in, and while that's pulling in, we'll pull this down and let that go. And yeah, it is getting dark very, very quickly now. So it's going to be into the night time we're doing this. So I'm going to do, I think we're going to do 2 more runs. So this one and one more. That will make up 186,000 litres of silage selling today. So that will be good. We'll be able to run and do some more again, I think. But it is one of those things where we're going to be going really into the dark. And for you guys, it just isn't that easy to see things like that. But let's see where we are with this. And see what the setup is. Insofar as how much we've managed to clear running this at 15 times. It didn't ferment until late in the day. So it's, yeah, it is one of those things. But carting into the night is gonna be where we are gonna end up, I think. If we can do 3 more of these, that would be grand. But I am very wary of how dark it is. I'm also very wary of exactly how much we have recorded. So it's yeah, we'll keep going. We'll just keep going. So we're back down at the BGA. I'm going to put my full working lights on. We are down to 6,300. So yes, having this run at 15 times between trips is worth it for us. It does give us a good amount. So we'll tip this one in. Hopefully this should take all of this trailer. Seems to be doing quite well. Yep, did do. And yeah, the other trailer definitely works better for this job. But this is that has done its job, and we can head back down to our farm, grab ourselves another trailer. And it really is a case of now flipping between these trailers, getting these to go, and making the money and seeing how much we will make. So we'll go till midnight on this. And we'll see how much we actually make off doing this job. Back down at the farm, and one of the things that I love about Seasons is just how black it all gets. I mean, with outside of a very small radius, you end up just not seeing anything. And I'm guessing a little bit where I need to load this. Right, and drop our trailer. Pull it forward slightly. There we go. And disconnect. And again, we'll back this up. Connect this up here. And we'll pull it forwards a bit so that then we can do that. And that then clears this. And you can see we cannot see anything at the moment, but there's enough light here just for me to pull that out and see that. So that is going well. Now it's getting a bit, we may have to push that back a bit in a moment, but at the moment that is filling up nicely, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, this is nice and full. So away we go back down to the BGA. And we'll see if it's empty enough, which it should be, for us to get it emptied. Back down to the BGA, and it is amazing how dark it gets in winter and seasons. Especially on a night like this. So it's cloudy at the moment, so that is why it is absolutely pitch black. I mean, you can't see, if I didn't have the lights, all the lights on this tractor, you cannot see the hand in front of your face here. It is, yeah, just incredible. So this has completely emptied, so that's a good thing. But yeah, look at that. So this does have a light, but that is away from any of the lights. You cannot see anything at all. I mean, that is, so we've got this bit there. Turn this off, you can't see anything. Yeah, absolutely crazy. That has refilled the BGA. We are off again to do another round trip. And yeah, that is our 4th trip. We are absolutely flying at this at the moment. We are going to get as much of this in before midnight as we can. I kind of want to, well, I think we'll see how much of this we can sell. Whatever we don't sell, we will leave. And we will try and get this leased equipment returned before midnight, because that will save us a whole ton of money if we can pull that off. So back down at the farmyard and switching over again. As I said before, we've got to get this, where we position this is always fun. Right, we can see roughly where we came out of. Now that has stopped loading. Has it stopped loading because it ran out and didn't have access to any more? Or has it stopped loading because it has because it is full? That's the big question I got at the moment. We'll unload this and drop it off. Right, and disconnect. I'm pretty sure that that header trailer is moving further out. So that is full. So that is good news. So we can pull that in. And while that's pulling in, we can jump in this and pull this back until it starts loading that trailer. Ready for trip number 5. This is very good. How much do we have left, actually? What is our amount that's left? Let's have a look. Oh, There we go. We are down to just over 400,000, or just under 400,000 litres. So that's good. I think, yeah, this run and one more will be the kind of the minimum I want to do. It will bring in a very nice amount doing these. Managing to do 6 trips will be perfect. It is 8:20 to 9 in the evening in game, so yeah, it's very dark. It's very late, but 2 more trips will give us a good amount of money. And actually, very tempted just to hold on to these trailers so that we can maybe do a couple more trips next time and earn a little bit more cash. So I'm intrigued as to what the actual figure is going to be when we get back down here. If it's down to 0, then I think we can slow the time down just a little bit. In fact, it is down to 0, so I think we can. I'm just going to drop out and just take us down to 10 times 10, just to slow things down a little bit. We'll see if that's enough for us to get there and back. Previously 5 definitely wasn't. Right, let's tip this. We are in the area and I don't want to catch this on the bit if I can avoid it. There we go. All 45,000 litres in. And away we head back to the farm. It is 20 past 9. I think we'll get one more load in before the end. Which will be absolutely brilliant. So the clouds are beginning to clear on here, and it's making a massive difference. I mean, you can see more. You absolutely can see more. It is. I mean, it's 20 to 10 at night on the map, and although going around the map isn't any easier, or seeing in the yard isn't any easier, you can actually see further in the yard. I'm pretty sure that yeah, there's a lot more light that's available and a lot more light that's around as a result. What I'm going to do is we're actually going to move this a little bit further back in. So start the engine up and go forwards. Yeah, because it didn't. Alright. Now what the trouble I've got at the moment is I can't see where the back of this is. So that is still filling. Let's see what we've done. Yeah, so that's the problem we have. So we're going to disconnect this. And we're going to try and bring the tractor a bit further back for this last bit. So let's... we want to get the tractor into there if we can. Oh. Ah. That header trailer absolutely is moving. Completely and utterly is moving. That has, over the course of this video, that has gone further and further that way. Right. Let's unload this. And switch over and disconnect. Now I don't know how much that does not help us at all, in fact. Well, it does help us a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to see. Now, do we have, what would be more useful here is under MISC. Have I got, I have. Absolutely perfect. So, I think we can add in here at this corner of the farm a floodlight. That's really useful right there. There we go. So I've got that. What I want is actually this one. There we go. Start the engine. And we're going to have to reverse our way out. Yeah, a floodlight just there has been massively useful to us, because we can now position this back into the silage, and we can see far enough to know that we can line it back up and rehook it to that, to the other one. Let's see if that will hook. There we go, and nope, we're not close enough. Trying to maneuver this, not easy. Especially if it won't go where I want it to. I think I might have got this time. There, maybe. There we go. Right, slightly off centre. It's not quite where I want it to be, but that other trailer is now full. So we bring this in, and that starts loading that. Yep, that is all good. So this can now be disconnected. It has been. And we will take our final load. In fact, why is that stopped unloading again? That floodlight has been really, really useful, but I don't know why that's stopped unloading. There we go. Let's... Yeah, that header trailer is now massively in our way. And it has moved further and further backwards. And pull. And well, that is now not pulling any silage. What we want to do is try and move this so that it gets into the other side. Now the issue we've got, of course, is that we can't actually see where this is going at the moment, for the most part, and it's just very, very annoying, because these do not have lights on them. And yeah, can we put another light in? Is there anywhere? So this we don't have enough money for. This we don't. That we do. And we can put it in here. We may have to put it in here and then sell it later, just to give us some light on this situation. There we go. Right. So yeah, definitely got plenty of time for the last one. Yeah, we don't get the wheel off the ground. That's when we get the wheel off the ground, that's when we lose all traction with this. And that's what's happening at the moment, is that we're losing all traction, we're losing all ability to turn, and in doing that we're then not able to get anywhere near where we want to. Okay, I think I've got this sorted. Like that. And then we pull this in. Looks like our final load doesn't want to do. I've got a little bit of an issue at the moment with my side panel. Okay. Why are these not starting? Now that's interesting, is that is no longer pulling in that. So we're going to leave that. We've got pretty much got those loads that we want. We are going to go and run this final load to the BGA. We'll see how much we make over midnight. But yeah, something has gone a little bit strange with our setup there. So yeah, we'll leave that till the daytime. Let's go and tip this last load and see how much we make. Okay, 25 to midnight, and we are dropping off our final load. We have, of course, spent enough time easily for that to empty. Mucking around with that conveyor. I do not know what was wrong with that conveyor. That was a little bit weird. But yeah, we'll be able to get this in. Hopefully, this will also get processed before the time runs. Another 48,000 litres. There we go. So are these the only things that we currently have leased? Yeah, so these things are the only things we have leased at the moment. 0.3, 0.2 and 0.6. So we haven't used them for a full day at all. It is the question of, will this go down? So let's increase the time, see how much of this goes through. And it's going to be, so it's only 10,000 litres that we've managed to process so far. We've got a couple of minutes left, so let's speed up the time again. There we go. So we've managed to, spring has finally sprung. We've made £75,000 at the biogas gas. It's cost us 4,000 to lease, so that's okay. 149 on the loan interest, but more importantly, with that processing, we can finish this off on a high because we can repay the rest of our loan. That is it. We are debt free. We've got 39,000 in the bank. We are starting year 2 on Marwell Manor with no debt at all. Absolutely fantastic result. We are going to sell some more of this silage in a bit. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.